When we are naturally tolerant, our nervous system is spared from one of the worst forms of ongoing irritation. For example, consider how you feel when you're caught in traffic. If you accept the situation calmly, you avoid unnecessary stress. However, if you become intolerant and frustrated, the irritation compounds, negatively impacting your well-being. The freedom that comes from tolerance is best appreciated by those who have experienced the pain of intolerance and then found relief from it. Imagine being in a workplace where differing opinions lead to constant arguments. When tolerance replaces these conflicts, the environment becomes more harmonious, highlighting the peace that comes with acceptance. To truly understand how unnecessary intolerance can be, we need to observe its effects on our lives. It's absurd to let differences in others' habits or ideas disturb our peace and then blame them for our discomfort. For instance, if you find yourself annoyed by a colleague's different work style, it's not their actions but your own intolerance causing the stress. Often, we're unaware of our intolerance. It manifests as annoyance, but upon closer inspection, we recognize it for what it is. This realization can occur in everyday situations, such as feeling irritated by a friend's dietary choices, which do not affect you personally. The most severe form of intolerance is when someone's beliefs, actions, or habits interfere with our selfish goals. For instance, if you feel frustrated because a teammate's slower pace hinders your project's progress, this not only disrupts your plans but also escalates your irritation. When our selfish desires are blocked, or when something we believe to be right is challenged, intolerance exacerbates the situation. Openly expressing intolerance can lead to resentment, while suppressing it leads to internal stress, robbing us of joy. For example, expressing disdain for someone's lifestyle choices can create a hostile environment, while keeping such feelings bottled up causes inner turmoil. Sometimes, people who trigger our intolerance possess qualities that could bring us joy and benefit. Yet, narrow-minded intolerance blinds us to these positive attributes. For instance, dismissing a coworker's suggestions because of personal biases might cause you to miss out on valuable insights. Often, someone we view as an adversary may become a friend if we allow ourselves to see beyond our intolerance. For example, a neighbor with opposing political views may share your passion for gardening, presenting an opportunity for friendship. The typical response to this idea is, "That may be true in some cases, but not with the person who annoys me." This reflects how deeply ingrained intolerance can be, often affecting strong-willed individuals and causing significant problems before being acknowledged. If we have any negative tendencies, it's beneficial for them to be exposed, recognized, and addressed. Just as we wouldn't blame a rock for tripping us, we shouldn't blame others for the suffering caused by our own intolerance. Intolerance seems especially absurd when it concerns matters that don't directly impact us. For example, heated debates over religious differences, which don't affect the individuals involved, illustrate how intolerance fails to foster understanding or change. Without intolerance, discussions can be enlightening and constructive. With intolerance, people tend to become more entrenched in their views, harming both relationships and our health. Intolerance can also stem from being irritated by others' minor habits, which may seem insignificant, but can become magnified to someone intolerant. For instance, being annoyed by a partner's small quirks, like loud chewing, can seem disproportionate, but reveal deeper issues of intolerance. Recognizing our intolerance is the first step to overcoming it. Although it can be a deeply ingrained habit, with conscious effort, we can change this pattern. Intolerance often involves an unwillingness to allow others to live their lives, hold their beliefs, or enjoy their habits. This resistance causes stress and harms our well-being. However, when we choose tolerance, we relax and feel better. A practical exercise is to address small annoyances, such as repetitive noises. Practice saying to yourself, "I'm okay with that noise." Over time, this mantra can reduce your sensitivity to such irritations, leading to a more tolerant attitude and less stress. This approach can also be applied to more significant issues, conserving energy. For more constructive purposes, overcoming intolerance brings peace and enhances our overall well-being. Some might question how to genuinely accept something bothersome, realizing that irritation is counterproductive and that willingness brings peace can be a powerful motivator. Sometimes, simply articulating tolerance can foster genuine acceptance, allowing others the freedom to make their own choices, even when we believe they are wrong, empowers us to assist them more effectively. Trying to force change often leads to resistance and disappointment. While some great reformers have been intolerant, tolerance is not a barrier to meaningful change. True reform can be achieved through understanding and patience. For example, Jesus Christ, a profound reformer, demonstrated patience and tolerance. He calmly presented the truth and acted with understanding, even in the face of intolerance from others, showing that tolerance is a potent and effective force. Indulging in tolerance leads to significant problems. It diminishes our enjoyment of life, obstructs open communication, and undermines the positive impact we aim to achieve. We should strive to quickly eliminate intolerance from our lives and cultivate a natural tolerance. Improving the world requires a stance of openness and readiness to be guided by truth rather than being against others or situations. Gentle tolerance aligns us with the natural flow of life. Just as we practice tolerance towards people, we should also extend it to situations, from trivial inconveniences, like missing a train, to more significant challenges. Letting go of intolerance in these areas brings peace and relief. To achieve freedom, we must relinquish the rigidity of intolerance. A healthy, free life is possible only when we let go of the need to control and accept things as they are.